So I hope everyone's well. This is my webinar on the Enquiries feature. So thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. So the webinar should take around 30 minutes. So hopefully it won't take up too much of your time. Obviously, I know how busy you all are. If you've got any questions on the features I'll be covering, there'll be a Q&A section at the end, so you can submit any questions by using the tab at the bottom of your screen. So I'm going to try and answer all the questions, but if there's any that I don't get round to or that need looking into a little bit further, I'll make sure I send over an email to address these for you. So today's session is actually going to be the first instalment in a series of webinars that are going to be hosted by myself and the client success team. So make sure you look out for the next session, and we'll be posting about that on our social media pages, and we'll also be sending out an email to cover next week's focus. Okay, so let's get started. So the Enquiries feature, that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to take you through how that works and how you can set that up for yourselves. Obviously, at Perfect Portal, we understand just how important it is for you guys to have the ability to deliver a personalised experience to your clients. And we also want to ensure that we're staying competitive as well and exceeding customer expectations. So with that in mind, over the last few months, we've seen a big rise in clients requesting the ability to be able to use the portal for other matter types. So off the back of this, we've listened to your feedback and we've now enabled you to distribute information on all matter types to prospective clients, as well as having the ability to send out forms for the client to complete. So what this does, it not only allows you to understand a little bit more about their situation, but ensures you can capture that interest and provide a more accurate quote from the outset. So in front of you on the screen there, I'm sure you can see there's a couple of examples of the matter types outside of conveyancing that we're offering currently. So there's wills, probate, drink driving, personal injury, family matters, employment law, and there's a whole lot more. So if there's any that aren't on the list that you've seen that you want us to enable for you, please let us know and we can look into that for you. So let's get started with the live demo. Just bear with me and I'll just pull my screen up for you guys. Okay, so as you can see, you've got the dashboard in front of us. So the first thing you'll need to do if you want to enable this feature is you'll need to get in touch with ourselves at the client success team, because we'll need to enable that for you. At that point, if you've got any questions, if there's any support that you need, we're happy to sort that out for you. So please don't be shy. So once you've got that feature enabled, the first thing you'll need to do is create your inquiry template. So in order to do this, you'll need to go onto your settings page. So I'm sure most of you know, but just in case there's anyone out there that doesn't, to get onto there, you'll just need to click on the little cog icon, which can be found in the grey navigation pane on the left-hand side of your screen. So if we click into that, so there's a couple of options next. What you'll need to do, if you've not done this already, is set up an email design. So if you want any help with that, please just refer to the support centre. We've also got a webinar on creating email designs for you as well, so you can also look at that for some help. And we're always here if you want to give us a call or drop us an email. So if I just click into general and then email design, you can see there, you guys may just have the one default design, but you can also create a dedicated email design purely for your inquiry template. So this can include some specific imagery, slightly different colors if you wanted to. So if you want to create one of those, you are able to do that by just clicking on the Add Another Email Design tab. So I'll just show you our example just so you get a better idea. You can see you've got the same options to upload your imagery, and you can also tailor all your colours as well. So once you're happy that you've got your email design, what you'll need to do is set up your inquiry template. So if you just go back to settings, you can then click into set up and manage. So here you'll see a new option once you've got the inquiry feature enabled, and that's the inquiry list. So if you just click into there, you can see I've already added in the will inquiry template as an example, but if you want to add in your own, all you'll need to do is click on the Add Another Inquiry tab, and that will create the template for you. So just to click into it so you can see. The first thing you'll need to do is give your inquiry a name. So we'll call this Will Inquiry. Hopefully not in caps lock because we don't want shouty capitals. Okay. Now, the next step you've got is your cover sheet. So obviously, a lot of you will probably know about cover sheets already. You may already have those added in, but just to scroll down, we've created an example for you. So if you need any support on this, if you want to create a dedicated cover sheet purely for the inquiries, obviously I know a lot of you have probably got them tailored more towards conveyancing, so you may want to switch up some of the imagery for your inquiries. So if you want any help with that, please get in touch. You're also welcome to create your own as well. And if you need any help on how to upload those or anything like that, just let us know. We can support you on that. Okay, so same with the end sheet again. These are generally a little bit more generic, but if you've got anything that's more specific to conveyancing that you don't want in your inquiry templates, please just, again, let us know and we can help you update those. So the most important thing here will be the inquiry template document. So again, I've already added one in here, which I'll show you shortly. But basically what this will be is a summary of services generally. So you can go through the service that you offer, some details about that. You can maybe include some information on pricing if you wanted to. And again, you can just upload that direct from your files so obviously we've already got one in there. So it'd just be change template document, but you can also just upload one that can go straight from your files. And you can see that just on the right hand side there. So once you've added in your document, you can also preview that by clicking on the preview inquiry button. So I won't do that now because I'm going to show you at the end and I want you to have the wow factor. Okay, so once you've created your template, you'll then need to create the email that's going to be going out with your inquiries. So to do that, you'll need to click into the email list up top. So again, I've already created an example for you. But if you wanted to create your own one, you just select the add another email template button and then you can add those in. So if I just click into our example so you can see, on the right hand side you can see the content box. So this is just a free text box. You're probably all quite familiar with this with your email templates for your conveyancing quotes. It's the exact same principle. You can type over that. You've got all your BB codes in there, so that will just pull all the client information in, all the firm information in. You've also got the request a callback button, so that works in the same way as your instruct button. So the client can click on that when they receive the email, and the owner of the inquiry will get the notification the same as you would with conveyancing. So if you just have a play around with that wording, we're more than happy to provide this template for you. But again, if you want to tailor that more towards your firm, if you have specific language you guys like to use, then please feel free to do so. Okay, so once you're happy with the body of the email that's going to be going out to your client, you can click onto settings, where again you can give the email a name. So we'd suggest you do this sort of towards the matter type, just so it's clear for you. You know what you're selecting. So I'm just going to call this Will Inquiry again. Next option you've got is the email design. So as we were talking about earlier, you've got the option to create a dedicated email design. You may just want to use your default option, but if you've created a dedicated one, you can click on the drop-down box and you can see there's a number of different email designs that you can choose from. So that's why we encourage to just give it a generic name, so Will Inquiry, just so it's clear which one you want to use. So just select the relevant template. And then just so you're aware as well, you want to make sure you're also selecting the relevant tick boxes to confirm when this email should be sent. So you've got the option to tick to send this email when sending prospective clients a private quote, and also when sending prospective clients a quote that's been referred by a firm or an estate agent. Obviously it won't be the case with wills, but just make sure both of those are ticked on, so you've always got the option to send out that template. Okay, so lastly, you'll just need to click onto attachments. So you can see here, we've got some attachments that we've already added in. Again, I'll show you what these look like shortly. But just so you guys can understand a little bit more, you can add in an attachment here that is generally going to be your retainer questionnaire. So this can include, again, information about pricing, but it can also include information for the client to fill in. So they can complete that information and send it back to you. If you want to make something a default attachment, you can do this by just clicking on the attachment. So if I just click on that, you can see the green outline becomes visible. So that is how you make it a default attachment. I'll just click off that one. And now you'll still have the option to use that attachment, but it's not a default. So we've made both these two attachments default here. So we've got the Wills questionnaire and then the downloads our branded app attachment as well. So you can add as many attachments as you want. All you need to do is click on the Add Attachment tab, and you can again upload that directly from your files. Okay, so that is literally it. You've now created your first email template. So the next question is going to be, how do you generate the inquiry? How do you send this out to your clients? So just for the sake of starting afresh, I'll go back to the dashboard here. So as with generating conveyancing quotes, generating an inquiry is very, very similar. You just go to the big pink plus icon in the top left corner. So once you've got in touch with us and told us you want to enable this feature, you'll see that you'll also have the new inquiry button visible for you guys now as well. So if I just click there, again, as with conveyancing, you'll see the list of available matter types. So again, just to reiterate, if there's an inquiry type that you want that's not on the list, please just let us know and we can enable that for you. So obviously the inquiry template that I've just created was for wills, so I'm going to generate an inquiry in the same way. So I'm just going to click on that. So again, very straightforward, exactly the same as how you would generate for for a conveyancing quotation. So you just fill in the client details. So I'll do that now. Please just bear with me. Okay, so once you've completed your client details, as with your conveyancing work, you'll have the option to add in a referrer if it's relevant. You can allocate the user, and then you can add in the lead source as well. The only thing that is different is the template. So you can see here we've got will inquiry because that's the template we've just created, and that's the template for the will matter type. If you've got more than one template for your will inquiry, so for the matter type, you'll have a drop down box here and you can just choose the relevant one. So obviously we've only got one today. So literally all you have to do once you've done that is click on generate inquiry, and that'll pull up your inquiry for you. So here you'll see, same as conveyancing, looks very, very similar. You've got your contact information on the left-hand side, and then you've got your inquiry document on the right. So if you want to review that at this point, you can do so. You'll also be able to see here on the far right side, you've got the actions sidebar. So you've got all the same facilities here that you have with conveyancing. That includes the convert option, decline, key stages, and you can also have all the benefits of your branded app as well. So if you want to convert, it's just exactly the same, convert the inquiry, and you can push that through. The only thing that's a little bit different is pricing. Obviously, pricing with inquiries is a little bit more subjective. It doesn't go off the same banding as conveyancing. So what you would do is you can push that through as converted, and then you can just complete the pricing as normal within your case management system. Okay, so once you're happy with your inquiry, you can then email this to your client. So I'm just going to do that now. So I'm going to click email inquiry. You can see up top you've got your inquiry here. You can then CC anyone in as normal, and you can see here you've got the default documents. So obviously I've attached the wills and the branded app document. If you want to add any more, and you can do so. You can also see up top we've got the template in as will inquiry, so just make sure you've selected the relevant one. You can review the email as normal, and then you can send that out to your clients. Okay, so just to give you an overview of how that looks. So you can see here, this is how the email will come through to your clients once you've sent that out. So you can see on the right hand side, you've got the email body with the request a callback button. And then to go back to what we were talking about earlier with regards to the summary of services document, you can see this here on the left hand side. So just to scroll through so you can get a better idea. You've got your cover sheet to start off with, followed by your summary of services document. So again, if you want support with creating this, please let us know because we can do that for you, or alternatively, you're more than welcome to create them for yourself. And then you've just got your nice end sheet. So it comes through as a lovely pack, and it's just a really nice way for your clients to receive that information. You've then also got your wills questionnaire. So again, this is your retainer document. So the client can go through, they can fill in all this information, and they can then send that back to you. So it's just a fantastic way to sort of collate all that data, and it just allows you to get all the information you need from the outset. So there's no constant back and forth to try and get the missing information. And then obviously we've just added in our branded app document here. So if you want to do that, you can do so. So just to go back to the portal, one of the fantastic benefits of this feature is that you can, obviously you've got your key stages and you've got your branded app benefits. You can also track the number of inquiries that are coming in. So you can track that data, and you can also track the conversion rates. So just to talk you through this a little bit more, if you click onto your dashboard, come back into our main dashboard screen here. So obviously you'll probably have your preset tiles. If you want to know more about customizing your dashboard, then please refer to the support center or give us a call and we can talk you through it. But you can add as many tiles to your dashboard as you want. And one of our newer tiles that we've got available in correlation with this feature is the other work. So you can see here, this refers to all of your inquiries. So you've got the split between private and referred, and you can track between the one, what's in your pipeline, and what's lost, which is a fantastic benefit to have. You can also go to the control center. So if I just click in here, some of you may not have actually seen this because this is quite new as well. You've got the inquiry conversions tab. So this is just a really great snapshot, a small infograph to show you the inquiry conversions rate. But if I then click into that, you can see now we've also got a breakdown of all that information. So it just allows you to keep on top of all of that data, and you can have a full breakdown of that and keep track of it as well, which is fantastic. Okay, so I hope that was useful for you. I hope it was helpful. If anyone needs any more support on that, then please do get in touch with us. So if anyone has any questions now, this is a fantastic time to put those forward. So as I said earlier, you've got the button at the bottom. So please feel free to submit any questions. Okay, so no questions coming through at the moment. Obviously, if anyone has any questions, please let us know. Oh, fantastic. So someone's just come through with the question, can this feature be used by referrers? So the answer to that is yes. As you saw with, if I just go back to the dashboard, you can see the split here between private and referred work. Referrers can use this feature. And when you're generating your inquiry, so just to click back in so you can see and get a better idea, you've got the option to allocate your referrer here. So they would be added in the same way as you would add referrers normally. You'd add your user, and they can then be allocated when you're generating the inquiry. So. Okay, so does anyone else have any other questions? Okay, so I can see someone has requested divorce. So divorce is an available option. So what we can do, I will be in touch about enabling that feature. So divorce is an option. Again, it would be the exact same process. To generate an inquiry for divorce versus will, you just add in the summary of services document and the retainer questionnaire. But what I'll do, I'll be straight back in touch with the person who asked that question so we can get that feature enabled for you. Someone else has asked, is there a cost for this feature? So no, there is not. This is included within the portal. The one thing you might need to bear in mind is obviously you may have different team members who will be working on conveyancing versus working on other matter types. So obviously if you wanted to add an additional license, that would just be a standard license cost. So they could have access to the portal. But in terms of actual cost of enabling it, there is no cost. Okay, is there any other questions? Can you create your own key stages as you can with conveyancing? So again, yes, you've got all the key stages features that you normally would, and you can, as with conveyancing, you can customize all those as well. So if you need any more information on that, please just give us a shout. There's also a video about that in the support centre as well. Someone has asked, do you just get in touch with myself and the client success team to set all that up? So the answer is yes, you'll need to get in touch with us first of all, because we'll need to enable the feature on your account. So if you just get in touch with your account manager, we can enable that, and then we can talk you through how to do it. So we would encourage you guys to set up your own inquiries, just so that you guys know how to do it. Obviously, you know your clients best, you know what you want to include in your summary of services documents, in your retainer questionnaire. You guys are the experts, so we are happy to talk you through any of that information, setting up those documents. If you're having issues with how to create them, we can create a draft for you, and we can talk you through how to enable it all. But yeah, just get in touch with us initially, and if you've got any questions at the time, we can talk you through. So someone else asked, how many different product lines can you have? So by that, I'm assuming you mean in matter types. So currently, if I just click onto the new inquiry, you can see on your screen, that's all the ones we've got available at the minute. However, if there is one on there that, if there's not one on there that you would like, you can request that by clicking on the add more. That will send a request through to myself and the client success team, and we can look at enabling that for you. Someone else has asked, is there an option to instruct, or is it just callback? So currently it's just callback. The reason for that is obviously you're probably going to want to talk to the client first. You can, if you give them a call back and they say they want to go ahead, you can just convert it as you normally would with conveyancing. But generally you would need that retainer document back before you can convert it, because you need that information to hand before you put it into your case management system. So you'd probably need to also cover some details on pricing, because obviously that would again be done in the case management. So you'll still get the notification through. If the client clicks on the request a callback button, the owner of that inquiry will get the notification email to say that the client wants a call back. So you're not going to miss any potential new clients that way. Okay, so someone has asked, once an inquiry is converted, would this automatically open in a ticket case management, like with the conveyancing quotes? So as with the conveyancing quotes, you can push through all the client data. The only thing that doesn't go through is the pricing, because again, that's done in the case management system because it's so subjective. It's not got the standard banding. But the main benefit is that you are able to keep track of all those inquiries as well. So you're able to keep a log and have all the follow back options as well. So someone said, is it possible to have a recording on this session? So the answer to that is yes, they can. You can have a recording and that'll be sent out at the end. Okay, and last question, someone has said, can this feature be added to the website? So it's not available with the web calculator at the moment, but that is definitely something we're looking into. So as soon as we've got that live, we will let you know. So does anyone else have any other questions on that? Okay, so it seems like that's all the questions for today. So thank you so much for listening in. I hope it was useful for you. And as I've said, if anyone needs anything at all, any support on this, please just get in touch with us at the client success team and just contact your account manager and we can look at that for you. Okay, so thank you very much. and I hope you all have a lovely day and take care.